cheese.
Welcome one, welcome all to the Prime Show, as you would say, the Prime Show.
Yeah.
On Demon FM.
Mead and Cheese Prime.
Mead and Cheese. We've got a very special episode today because we are joined by none other than Ben Baker.
Hello.
So Ben, tell the people of Leicester a little bit about yourself.
So, I am Ben Baker. I'm from the deep dark south of Portsmouth. I'm in a band. Basically, I'm in a band called SAHARA. We released our debut EP today, so that's really exciting. I'm happy to be here with Mead and Cheese to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Excellent stuff. The people, the great Mead and Cheese public, have listened to some SAHARA before, I do believe, when you released New Person Every Day the other week.
Yeah, so we released that as sort of like the initial single of the EP. And everyone's loving that so far. Well, I hope you guys are loving it as well, you guys at home. But it's really good. It's good that it's now out because it's been good year that we've been making this EP. We wrote it back in, it must have been end of 2021, and then we started recording it in the summer, and then it was just all this time, and now it's finally out, and it's like out on the airwaves, out on the socials, out on the streamings, it's everywhere, and it's just amazing to just have this out.
Yes, I think we said on the show the other week, it's available on all good streaming services and probably a few of the bad ones too.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I wouldn't go on any backstreet services but I do believe it is on all of them. If it isn't, do hit us up and we'll try and get us on that one. But yeah.
So Ben, are you drinking any mead at the moment?
I am on a flask. Yes, a flask.
A flask?
I am on a flask, but of blackcurrant juice. I know.
Oh, I thought you were going to say blackcurrant.
Well, that's
mead,
the hard
then.
stuff.
That is, mate. That will wipe you out. Only us premium Southerners can handle that strength.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that. But we're the Prime Show here, and we actually do have a bottle of Prime in the studio with us today.
How much did that set you back?
It was actually only £2.50 from the local one-stop right here on DMU campus.
Ooh, check that out. Bargains for days.
So, when I say £2.50, I do mean £250.
Oh, well, yeah, well, still, a lot cheaper than, is it Wakey Wines?
Probably is, yeah. But no, jokes aside, £2.50 for a Prime, it's alright. Have you tried a little bit, Tom?
I haven't yet. I wanted to do like a live reveal on show rather than taking a sip off air and doing it. I want that sort of raw reaction. And I know it's slightly against the rule, but
yeah, Mead and Cheese would never drink in the studio. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Unless Logan Paul told me to, and wish I would, and that would be Logan Paul's fault. So anyway, I'm going to try a bit of this Prime Lemon Lime.
Drum roll, please.
How is it?
It's nice. It's a bit like Lucozade.
Are you sure about that?
I'll give them over to you, Corey.
Yeah, I've already tried this, but it's alright. I think someone described it to me the other day. It tastes like 7-Up that's gone flat.
Kind of. It's very, I want to say it's quite a cooling drink. I think it'd be nice very in the hot weather, very much in the hot weather.
It's very good for, like, hydrating, I think.
Yeah, it would just feel hydrating. That's sort of the Lucozade vibe it gave me.
It feels more like a juice than an energy drink.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, like, for me, energy drinks are them things in cans. What you have to have one a day of, and they give you like a sudden spike of energy. That didn't have that sort of impression. That is more like them Lucozade sort of flat Lucozades you get.
Yeah, you tried any Prime, Ben?
No, but I can imagine it being sort of like, you know, them like apple sour shots that you get. I can imagine it being like that, but without the alcohol. So just like really sweet and like sugary and like glucosey. That's all I can imagine it being like.
It's definitely glucosey. I was surprised that it wasn't fizzy.
Yes. I wasn't, because it's a bottle, I don't know, this is the look of it, I wasn't expecting it to be fizzy. But I will say this, it's not worth 30 quid.
No, it's not worth 30 quid at all. But mead is one half of the show. There is another part of this show, isn't there?
Cheese.
So, Ben, do you have any cheese with you right now?
I did not think of having that. I think I've got a bit of mozzarella in the fridge.
Ooh.
But I think that's the closest I'll get. I don't have like a fine palette of the cheeses. But I can have a look in the fridge in a bit later, and I might just, you know, just bring it out.
So no cheese.
Special occasion.
So you've come on mead and cheese with no mead
And no cheese.
Well, to be fair, in my defence,
It's unfair.
I thought one of you was called mead and one of you was called cheese. So,
Are you
if
sure
you
about
haven't
that?
already, can you decide who is mead and who is cheese?
Well, Corey's cheese, and I've historically been mead.
No, we're not changing it around after this long.
Thank you, Ben, for letting me reset the record. I am now DJ Mead.
We did do a great cheese war at one point where your name changed every week, didn't it, Tom?
Yeah, I was Red Leicester one week. I was Halloumi another. I was never Stilton, was I? Stilton never won.
You were never Stinky Stilton.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well.
But yeah, yes.
Tonight's the night.
So yeah, there's a lot of good cheese, and I tell you one thing: Prime Energy does not taste like cheese. But again, when I was in London, there was a shop, and it was £30 a bottle for Prime energy drinks.
Oh my god!
I was like, what? And then there's other places where it was like £10-13 in London. I was like, what are they paying for this drink? I mean, the shelves were full, luckily, so I don't think anyone was like buying into that. But like, I have seen this, like as Corey said, you saw this for £1.
It was £2.50. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's not. I don't think it's worth £2.50.
Probably not. I do quite like it, to be honest. I'd probably get it for like £1.50.
Yeah, because a lot of drinks now are £1 something.
Yeah.
You know, it's not many drinks. Lucozade Alert is £1, but there's not many drinks that are that. Even Relentless in the last few weeks have gone up in my local shop to £1.19.
I mean, we're sat here drinking Prime. I believe Logan Paul does have a match at WrestleMania tomorrow night. So
does he?
That should be a fun watch. Anyway, mead and cheese. We've got the one and only Ben Baker from Sahara, and you have just released your EP Carousel.
Yes. So this is 5 tracks. One of them being "New Person Every Day," like I said, was the initial single of it. But this is 5 tracks that are completely different. Well, I'd say completely different from each other. I think they're quite different from each other. You've got the intro track, which is like a progressive rock instrumental for 5 minutes that builds up. You got the second song, which is about a true crime story that happened in the 1950s in the style of Arctic Monkeys. You got "New Person Every Day," which you've heard is sort of like a rock / lo-fi sort of song in between, bit of Beatles in there. So all those Beatles fans are sort of like catered for there. You got "Red," which just sounds like something straight out of Circus, which is what we were going for. And then you got "Ghost," which is our first sort of inkling into sort of like the Oasis sort of like heavy guitars in the middle and solos and sort of backing vocals. And yeah, we're just so ecstatic for everyone to hear it. So yeah, if you haven't heard it, Carousel by Sahara on all them streaming services, go stream it now.
So I suppose a question I've got then, because I was surprised when I saw the release that "If I Can't Have You" wasn't on it.
Yes, because that was not recorded with the initial bunch. So we went to a studio and recorded all of the tracks together, all 5 of the tracks. But If I Can't Have You was always planned as sort of like an acoustic B-side. We didn't have enough time in the studio to do it, so I basically went round the guitarist's house and just recorded it there and then. So I recorded it on my little microphone, recorded his guitar, and then I recorded the vocals, the tambourine, and then mixed it and mastered it myself. So I just basically slapped that on the underside, and yeah, it's just another song that we can add to the streaming services, really.
Yeah, I mean, for an acoustic B-side, I know I quite enjoyed it. I think the review that we gave it the other week was, it's a good vibe.
It's a good vibe.
Ooh, I like that. I think I'm gonna quote that at the next gig. This is quite a good vibe. Yeah.
It is. It's. I think we said it's something you could put on while you're, studying for an assignment or something.
That is good. That is good. The live version, not so much, because we go absolutely mental at the end. Sort of, it's very, very heavy. But the acoustic version, yeah, I can imagine that. Sort of like, or even in a daydream, like just sort of like dreaming, but not the live version. Definitely not a live version.
No. So you said that Not Guilty was inspired by a real crime story that happened in the 50s. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So, it started off as an initial riff back literally when I first met the other members of the band. Must have been April 2021. So it was just this riff, and we really liked it, but we really didn't know what to do with it. And then one day I was watching Better Call Saul, which I know is not real, but I was thinking, I want it to be sort of about like a lawyer or in a courtroom or something along those lines. And Anton, the guitarist, showed me this the Wikipedia page for this guy called Timothy Evans. Basically, what the situation was, he had a wife and a kid, and basically his neighbour murdered his wife and his kid, which is not very neighbourly-like.
I wouldn't say so. No, you wouldn't imagine Ned Flanders doing that.
No. Well, actually, I don't know, because he has a bit of a hi, diddly neighbour, and then he can. I reckon he could secretly be undercover. But yeah, so like I say, it's a case of he murdered his wife, his neighbour's wife and kids, and basically the husband got the blame for it and was sentenced to death. Basically, he was one. I think he was one of the reasons why we don't have the death penalty in England anymore, because of that sort of situation. Because it was proven about a year or so after his death that the neighbour did it, and the neighbour admitted it, and the neighbour was an actual serial killer. He had he committed loads of murders. So that's something to keep you positive on a Friday night.
I mean, yeah, I think so. I think it's an interesting story to write a song about, though.
Yeah, I think that's what the band's really all about, because we've got a love song, but we haven't released that yet. But after that, I can't really say that we have any songs that are like love or, like your typical songs like that. We got that one. We got Ghost, which is about sort of like having a sour taste in your mouth after a relationship that goes wrong. We got Red, which is about a fight that happened to us one day. Desert the Fly's an instrumental, so that doesn't really count. But yeah, like New Person Every Day. I think we sort of try and do more like thought-provoking songs, and that does sound really egotistical, so I'm really sorry. But
yeah. I think I'm the same with my band, to be fair. I don't think we've got any songs about love, unless you count a song about loving a sundial as a love song.
Yeah, could count that, I guess.
Yeah, I'd definitely count that.
Well, I guess we've got loads of love songs then. How many songs we got about the Sutton Sundial? About 4 of them now?
Yeah, you got quite a lot, don't you?
Yeah,
so
I think so.
You are like a teenage love band, aren't you then?
I think so, yeah. It's just instead of targeting teenage girls, we target sundials.
and all the teenage girls and boys who love the sundial.
Yeah, who doesn't love a sundial?
Maybe
Never outdated.
you should do a live gig from the sundial.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you should.
You should get one of them. You should get one of them metal ones that's sort of like a bowl but has a sundial thing out of it. And you know when they've got that like sort of like metal stick that makes it go like that. So it's sort of like an instrument in itself. And then maybe the actual sundial's like a flute or something. I don't know.
Have you, Ben, ever seen the Sutton sundial?
The Sutton sundial.
It is the largest sundial in Europe, possibly even the world.
Does it still work and is it still accurate?
Not in the summertime with daylight saving, no.
Yeah, like
so.
I mean, a lot of sundials do they even work half a year anyway?
Yeah, it only really works in GMT when, you know, the sun isn't out a lot.
God curse BST.
What are your thoughts on daylight saving?
I think you save some daylight, don't you?
Well, not to
It's
get
true.
political, but, you know, daylight saving, I think, chuck it in the bin.
What?
Make people wake up in the dark and go. Is it waking up in the dark or going to sleep earlier?
So it stays lighter for longer in the evening, doesn't it?
Mm.
I think it's to encourage people to stay out and buy some drinks.
Yeah.
I mean, originally they did it for farmers, didn't they? But
Yeah.
how many farmers do you know? You're from a farm.
Yeah, I'm from the iron farm. But again, I've never really seen the. I guess the benefit is that you have the excitement of the times changing, and you get that one day where you either get a little bit more rest.
Okay. Ben, you told
Yeah.
me you had some questions for Mead and Cheese.
Yes, so I thought, let's not make it a typical like interview where you're asking me questions, because I thought this could be a bit of a two-way combo, because I've had this thing and I've heard it a couple of weeks ago, right? And ever since then, I've thought about it at least once a day, right? And this is a theory. I don't know if it's been mentioned to you, but it's called the frog rat theory. And it is a theory that everyone in the world either looks like a frog or a rat. Now, who do you think looks like a frog or a rat? Let's start. Members of the Beatles, who would you say looks more like a frog or a rat?
I would say Ringo looks like a frog.
I can see it, yeah.
I would say the other three are pretty leaning on the rat side. Maybe Paul is a frog as well.
I'd say Paul's more frog. Yeah, I'd definitely say that. I can see that about John being a rat, and I can definitely see George being sort of like a more rat guy. But yeah, alright, now, members of Oasis. I'll say members of Oasis. The Gallagher brothers. Go on.
The Gallagher brothers. That's a tough one. I think they're both rats.
Very rat feature like. I can see I think the monobrow really gives that away. Yeah, definitely. I'm just trying to think of other people.
So, Tom,
Yeah.
would you say you are more frog or rat?
I don't know if I'd say either about myself.
I think out of Mead and Cheese, I would say I'm the frog and you're the rat.
You're the frog. Is it better to be a frog or a rat?
That's a good question.
Ooh, that is good.
Maybe I'll write a song about that.
So I also think some people look like horses.
Yes, I
Ooh.
agree.
Now that's turned into a triangle.
I understand like the whole frog and the rat thing, but I sometimes think some person looks like a hot horse or various other animals.
I don't think it's, as simple as pure frog or pure rat. I think it's more of a spectrum, Maybe you lean more on the frog side. But maybe you've got a little bit of rat in you.
Yeah. Maybe like half and half, right down the middle, frog rat man.
Frog rat
Frog
man.
rat.
So, Ben, would you say that you are a frog rat man?
Oh no, I'm 100% frog. I'm 100% frog. I'm self-diagnosed as a frog like that. All my band members have said I look more like the frog because we discussed this, and I look like the frog. So yeah, I'd definitely say I'm frog.
Ben, are you
nowhere
a
near
frog?
rat, I'm definitely frog.
Is this like the frogs have intercepted mead and cheese?
Yeah, are you just a frog sitting there, like, just chilling? A magical frog who can talk and do music.
The magical frog that can talk and do music. That, mate, I am going to write a children's book, and that's the title of it.
I mean,
I would read
royalties.
Well, I'm afraid that is
This is
based on my idea. So,
Demon
I think I get all of them.
So, out of the members of Sahara, then, who would you say is a frog and who is a rat?
All right, here we go. To the boys listening at home, Anton, Harvey and Harry, I am so sorry. I think you're all rats. I think I am the lone frog in the pack. I've got to admit, I think Anton, Harvey, I mean, they're brothers, and they look a bit alike.
Yeah.
I'd say they're very sort of rat-sided. I think Harry is as well. Harry's got some rat features as well. But like me, I'm more frog. I'm definitely frog. I've got the frog features. I've got the big eyes, I reckon. Sort of like the bulbous cheeks. Yeah, I say I am the frog. It's like the frog.
The frog
with
and the
the
three
rats.
rats.
Yeah, the frog mixed in with the rats.
You know,
I can't say the rat pack.
it makes me think of the film Flushed Away, where every character in that film is either a frog or a rat.
Don't forget the slugs, though.
I mean, are the slugs really characters?
They're more a singing gimmick, aren't they?
They're like minions.
They are. They're the minions prototype. Definitely. I'd say
So, Ben,
yes.
you are an admin of the Beatles submarine posting Facebook group.
I am very much so. Yes, a very inactive member, but I'm a member. I am an admin. Yeah.
And what would you say is your favourite memory of posting memes on Facebook?
Back in the day, oh god, it's nearly 6 years ago. It's over 5 years ago when I first joined. I think it was probably when, I don't know. I think there was one point when it was like he protect, he attack, but most importantly, last line. And I used to do that for so many of them about Ringo. And
Yes.
I just used to get random pictures of Ringo, and it used to be like, he protect, he attack, but most importantly, he act naturally. And I think that got a few likes, but that was in the old one. So, yeah, I think that was the pinnacle. I mean, to be fair, I do need to sort of like look in there, looking for a few memes. I've been a bit pretty silent. I've been that one guy in the group chat that just doesn't messages and just views because he's missing in action. But yeah, I do need to return to Beatles submarine posting because that was a great time.
It was a great time, and it was a shame that the original group got taken down like it did.
Why did
That was
why did it get taken
my
down?
fault.
That was your fault. Oh,
I don't want to go into too much
Submarine posting
detail because I don't
exposed.
think there's the rights. Basically, I think I approved a meme
Yeah.
that shouldn't have been approved. And I think it was when I was just like, approve, because there was a massive backlog and I didn't see it. And I think I approved an inappropriate meme. And Mark looked over his shoulder and was like, that shouldn't be in there. But yes, I do miss that old group, but I hope to return soon to claim my king's pride.
Well, we do
As
have
silent
a lawyer who could probably help you mitigate this situation.
Oh, a lawyer, you say?
Yeah. Well, basically, we always get in trouble. We're a scallywag show. So Tom Gibbs, who, if you're listening, welcome, is officially Mead and Cheese's lawyer, and he could perhaps navigate this situation? Give it a clean pair of eyes.
Tom, if you're listening, I'm going to email you tomorrow with all the information. Mark Zuckerberg, watch out. The original submarine posting. It's coming back, mate. It's coming back, baby.
Coming back, and it's coming back through Gibbs, the law firm.
For all your law firm needs.
You're good at the law, aren't you, Corey?
I'm good at the law.
Yeah, you're good with it. Basically a lawyer now.
I mean, with all the legal trouble I seem to get Mead and Cheese into, with, definitely not stealing other people's game ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say, yeah, I'm pretty well versed in the law at this point.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty well versed in some media law. You know, being a producer, you have to know a lot about contracts and contract law. So we could we could maybe set this guy up who's kicked you out of this group and get him to sign a dodgy contract.
Yes, I think that's a great idea. And you know what else I think is a great idea? I think we should listen to some Sahara.
I would actually love to.
That is a great idea. Stick it on.
And because we got it on the system, we're going to listen to the debut single from the debut EP. It is New Person Every Day by Sahara.
Way.
He's a new person every day. He's the one, the only, Ben Baker of Sahara.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
So again, Tom, what did you think to the amazing track we just listened to?
Absolutely fantastic. It's very much... I can see you driving home at the end of the day. You've just been on a trip and it's a summer day and you're driving home while the sun sets and this is playing. It's kind of like that was a good day. Now we're going to relax and drive home.
Yeah, I can see that. Vibe. Yeah, it's good.
I always try and think like where is the ideal place and time to listen to these sort of songs, and I'm thinking a beach. I think the ideal time to listen to this song is a beach in Spain or Mallorca while the sun sets, while you're drinking a few beers with your friends, second to last day of holiday, and the sun's setting and you're just sort of having that last, who are. And
Yeah.
one of your friends is going to turn into a frog. No, one of your friends is going to turn into a frog and never be human again. That's the perfect time to listen to this song.
That is the perfect time. Do you know what? Every description that I've ever said of that song, that's it. I'm gonna say this song is perfect for when you're on the beach. One of your friends is starting out, it's a little bit funny, and then they turn into a frog. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
So you were telling us about the true crime story that inspired Not Guilty, which is on the EP. So I thought we would invent a new story that you can write a song about. If you would entertain this idea, we have a segment on the show that we've been trying out for a few weeks that we call Story Time.
Okay.
Where each person has 1 minute to say their part of the story. So, for example, Tom would have a minute to say the start of the story, I would have a minute to say the middle of the story, and then you would have a minute to say the ending of the story. With the idea being that this story that we make then goes on to be a song written by yourself for the band Sahara.
I tell you what, I will certainly give it a go. Definitely.
So I got a spin wheel in front of me, and it's got 3 names on it. It's got myself, Tom, and Ben Baker. And whoever it lands on is going to go first and start the story.
Please
a lot of power in this one, because you get to really decide what the story's about if you go first, don't you? Who's it going to land on? It is landing on
It's letting me.
the one and only Ben Baker!
Yeah! Right.
So
Here
Ben,
we go, thinking caps on.
you will have 1 minute to start this story, which me and Tom will inevitably ruin right now.
T-minus 1 minute.
Okay, so first of all, it's about a guy in his mid-20s, right? And basically he lives in a world where everyone turns into either a frog or a rat. Basically, he doesn't know who he's going to be yet, but he's got to go to Frog University or he's got to go to Rat College. That's the one. So he's got to go to either one, and he's really perplexed because he has friends in the frog situation and he has friends in the rat situation. So with that, he's thinking, which way do I go? Do I go to the frogs, to the rat? And he's more leaning towards the frogs. He's more leaning towards the frog side. So he starts preparing to be a frog, but then his girlfriend, he meets a girl who's the love of his life, and she is a rat, and he's obsessed with her. She's the love of his life, but it's a rat. And in this world, frogs and rats don't mix. Rats live on one side of the world, frogs live on the other side of the world. It's like Romeo and Juliet, but it's about frogs and rats. How much time I've got left? I've got 5 seconds. Okay, so he loves her, and that's all I can think of.
Oh, okay. So it's a forbidden love. What's going to happen next? Who's going to tell this middle of the story? I would say the middle of the story, that's normally the big climax, isn't it? When you get that. Or is it more set up for a big ending?
It can be either, depends who the teller is. Quick question, Ben. What are the characters' names?
I mean, that could be
the
up
main
for
guy,
the person to decide.
The main guy has to be called
Ben.
No, that's so egotistical. That's not me. No, I'm joking. I reckon the main guy has to be called Steve McMead.
Steve
McMead, the frog in need.
Steve McMead, the frog. Or the to-be frog.
Right, so I got the wheel back out again. It's got my name on it, and it's got Lord Cheese on it as well. And we're going to spin this wheel to decide who tells the next part of this story, which will be on the next Sahara EP, I imagine.
I so.
Mate, it'll be the front single. It'll be the first track, and I might even make a reprise for the last of it as well.
So, Tom, you are telling the middle.
Am I telling the middle
of this story? You have 1 minute, starting now.
T-1 and as both Steve McMead's relationship and Chloe Ratley relationship sort of trembles because they don't know if they can be together, and they have a secret meeting. Chloe has something to tell Steve. She has an Alexa. A man comes along called Logan with his Alexa prime energy, and it can make you turn into a rat. And so Steve drinks the energy and becomes a rat, and he has the power to be a rat for 24 hours. And then Logan, as he's a mischief, says, if you don't have a first love kiss by the end of the night, you'll be permanently a rat. And he's like, well, that's fine, I'll just kiss my girl. And he realises the love kiss doesn't work, so he has to hunt for a true love kiss.
3, 2, plot twist.
0.
Ooh. So Steve McMead, the frog in need, kisses Chloe Ratley, but the kiss doesn't work.
Yeah, so he's turned into a rat, but he'll be stuck as a rat if he doesn't find a true love kiss.
Oh, okay.
And he'll assumingly lose all his friends who are frogs.
I mean, there's only one name left on the wheel, but I'm going to spin it anyway, just because I want to. I wonder who it's going to land on.
Oh, it's a hard one, that. Who could it be?
Oh, would you look at that? It landed on me.
Oh, there you go.
Is it?
Oh, man.
Double check that, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of pressure to finish off this excellent story.
You got to come to a conclusion.
How can we turn it into a song, is what I'm wondering. I've got 1 minute, starting now.
T-1 minute.
So Steve McMead, he is having a bit of a situation here, because he doesn't know why his true love kiss didn't work. He's sure in his heart of hearts that he loves Chloe Ratley, but what he realises is that he wasn't being true to himself, and you can't truly love someone else without loving yourself first. So he accepts himself as the frog that he is, and puts the rest of the world aside, and says, I don't care that you're a rat and I'm a frog, I think we should be together anyway and break down these barriers. And he gives her a kiss, now with the intentions of a man who wants to unite these two worlds with the power of love, and they both transform into the frog-rat relationship
10,
that they should be.
9, 8,
And
7,
Logan
6,
falls into a
5,
vat of acid.
4, 3, 2,
Prime acid.
Prime acid.
0.
I think that's a nice ending. I don't know.
Can I
Taking my
just
headset off
say-
and then I forget Ben's online.
That story, I've got to say, is pretty consistent. Like, that could genuinely be like a good song. I'm going to work on it first thing tomorrow.
So how are you going
Cool.
to turn this into a song for the teenage consumer?
No, we're not doing that.
Well, I've got Harry Styles with me at the moment. Hang on, Harry. Harry. Nah, he's busy playing his Xbox.
Mustn't it?
No, yeah. I mean, I might see if he wants to jump on the track, do a few lines. You know.
I mean, I feel like this frog-rat love story, it could be the perfect chance for a collaboration between Sahara and the Nethercots.
The Sahara Cots.
The Sahara's cop.
The Niraka. The Sahanirahara. Yeah. Right.
I mean,
Oh.
this sounds more coherent than most of the drunk ramblings on this show.
I'm energized by prime energy today.
Yeah, the elixir of the evil Logan.
Yeah, my skin is slowly growing, getting green, I suppose.
Yeah,
Other
don't
sports
change
drinks
yourself
are
into a
available.
rat if you are a frog at heart. But if you love a rat, accept each other for who you are.
Or break up.
That's not the message of the song, Tom.
Yeah, that's what I want the song to be. I want you,
The message of the song is you can't find true love until you love yourself.
and you know you can love anyone you want. I want have that, you know, a rat and a frog can fall in love, but then I want you to say or not. You don't have to.
I don't know.
You don't have to break
So
boundaries.
what is the message of the song?
I personally like the message that I came up with on the spot of the true love's kiss doesn't work unless you truly love yourself first.
Surely
That
then he should
is
kiss
chef's
himself.
kiss.
He could just kiss himself.
Yeah, like just
Yeah,
like
just kiss a mirror, mate. Oh, we could write a song about someone kissing a mirror for 5 minutes.
how vain would that be?
Did Michael Jackson do that?
Probably.
Something
Oh,
like that,
yeah.
yeah. I've not listened to the song in a while. I'm sure it goes like that.
I'm kissing the man in the mirror.
Cheers, Jeff.
Mad.
Absolutely mad.
Absolute madness. So, Sahara are a big band in the southern music scene in Portsmouth and Southampton.
Yeah.
Have you guys considered doing any gigs in Leicester?
I'll tell you what. And you guys got to promise me, if we put on a show in Leicester, and you two can be sort of like the host, because you never have gigs that have hosts. If you two can stand at the front of the stage and have a little comedy act, like 2 minutes of just warming the audience up in between the bands, and we headline, and there's more than our girlfriends in the audience.
I mean, I can't promise that, but...
Well, okay, let's forget that. I mean, even if we're playing to the bar staff, I will drive my band personally to Leicester and do a gig, courtesy of Mead and Cheese.
You could do a gig at the Big Difference. It's a new bar what's just opened.
Ooh,
I've not
Big
heard about
Difference
this.
hit me up.
It is a bar in Leicester. It was at the awards thing, and it was a bar I went to when it was called The Cookie, which is where they used to play independent bands a lot. My sister's partner used to go play there a lot. It's got like this downstairs cellar bit, what can fit, you know, about 50 people in, and you know, you play. They played their music. You know, you listen, you have a few drinks. It's really nice vibe there. And then there's the upstairs and the upper upstairs, the balcony area. But it's recently rebranded into a live venue place called The Big Difference, which I've not been in yet, but I'm pretty sure they'll be very interested in, you know, doing something with your band.
Hey, big difference. If you're listening, at official Sahara band, you know where to find us. Hit us up. Slide in those DMs.
Slide in them DMs.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
The Prosecco's starting to hit now.
Ooh, he's on Prosecco.
Yeah, didn't manage to get any mead for this week, so we're on the Prosecco.
On the prosecco.
On the Prosecco, yeah.
I have that shirt.
What, the plain grey shirt? Yeah.
Yeah, with the V-neck.
Yeah, I mean, you can't see us right now, Ben, but I'm wearing a plain grey shirt. And Tom apparently also owns a plain grey shirt.
I think mine's a lot smaller now, because I've shrunk it in the wash.
It is a small world out there.
Yeah. You know what? Every time I don't fit into a piece of clothing, I also blame the wash.
No, it's always a washing machine. They're designed to make things smaller.
Yeah, it's my clothes that are shrinking. It's not me.
I'm not blowing up.
It's not all the mead and cheese I've been consuming.
Oh, all them shirts that I buy in Primark and everything else, all of a sudden they've been washed through my washing machine before I buy them because now they don't fit. They're not going to fit. That's that size large. You've got to go XL. What do you mean? That's been through the washing machine then, isn't it?
I'm sorry, I stopped listening after I heard Prime.
Oh, boo!
Are you sure about that?
I learnt a new skill yesterday.
Ooh.
So as someone who doesn't go to many events, and only went to a wedding when I was like 6.
Okay.
And my college didn't have ties. There was just like, you just had polo shirts. So I haven't ever really learnt to tie.
Oh.
And I've never really needed to. And but more recently in the last year, particularly this year, I've been going to more like tie events. And
You've been going to tie events?
oh yeah, I went to the award ceremony yesterday, which was a black tie event, and not yesterday, last week. And then I went on a walk with Evan, which always requires a tie.
I went to a Thai event. Nice food. Thai food, it's good.
So for all these like tie events, I've either just got a mate to tie the tie because I'm like, I don't know how to do it. I've been watching YouTube tutorials.
Have you heard of this crazy invention called the clip-on tie?
I have, but I feel childish if I did that. So I do the better thing and I go get someone else to do it for me.
I think Ben had something to say.
Yes.
Yeah, when you said tutorials with S, how many YouTube tutorial did you take?
So many. I make the mistake of always thinking, I'll just put on a YouTube video. I've got to go in 10 minutes, but I'll just quickly do it because it'll be simple. And I end up just like tying it round into just like a. It just looks crap, to be honest. It's like all the wrong way round. And every time I've worn a tie this year, which is only 3 times, I've tried doing it myself first by watching a YouTube tutorial, and I just get lost. So what I do now is, like, you'll see in the comedy festival photos if you're on Instagram that I'm actually holding my tie in my hand because I want people to see the tie I've brought with me because it's like a nice teal tie, but I had no idea how to put it on at all. But yeah, so our friend Chantal, she was like, she did it like while I was in the venue. I felt like a little boy. But yeah, so then I took the initiative yesterday because I've gone home to see my mum and I said, Mum, how do you do this? And she just pretty much explained how I did it, and I got it in like a minute because for some reason the YouTube tutorial just didn't make sense to me. But when my mum said it, it's sort of like she was like talking my language, and I was just doing it all night last night, just on repetition, so I can just do it in my sleep now.
Here's a question then. In the vein of the early Beatles, is Sahara a suit and tie band?
Should be.
Oh, that is a good question. I think with our dressing styles, I mean, Harry, the drummer, he dresses very much. He's more of the like sort of like you wouldn't not see him in like a flamingo shirt, sort of like flamingo shirt, smart trousers, really long sort of corduroy jacket. So I don't know if we would be sort of like a sort of suited and booted sort of early. I think we'd sort of say 68 to 69, sort of like the White Album, Abbey Road, a little bit of Let It Be, bit like that. I would say that we're sort of I'll tell you what, let's be generous. Let's 66 to 69. Those years, I think definitely those years would be the sort of like better one for us.
And have you considered doing a show in nothing but body paint?
Actually, we have considered, you know them, what are they called? Like the bodysuits, but they're all one colour and they just cover everything.
Oh, a morph suit?
Yeah, we have like thought about kicking that up idea. Like, and when I mean kicking that idea about, I mean sort of like a 30-second joke that appears every 9 months in a pub, and say, oh, we should do a gig like this. But now that it comes to think of it, body paint. However, when you say body paint, right, let's see. How much needs to be exposed?
I think I didn't stumble over my words when I said nothing but body paint.
Well, I think we may be able to pull that off. However,
I mean, I wouldn't pull it off on stage. That'd be that'd be a different kind of show.
Yeah, that's not the sort of show that our fans go to pay for. Although it will be an added bonus if they wanted to see it. But yeah, maybe. I mean, like I say, I have to heavily market it for, like, say, 18 plus. Like, no under 18s are allowed to come in. It would need to be the fact that there will be things.
There will definitely be things, yeah.
Hanging loose. And I don't mean
why are you
guitars. Yeah, definitely. Something like that. I mean, we've got a nudist beach in Portsmouth, so we can always do it down there.
I mean, that sounds like a good idea, you know, a concert at a nude beach. Would you go to one of those, Tom?
Yeah, I would. I'm a massive supporter of nude beach concerts. Do it. And I think the older you are, the more likely you should go to a nude beach. So if you're in your 60s or 70s, go.
Yes.
Yeah, you turn it into sort of like one of them like TED talks that's like, you know what? If you're old, don't let that stop and you go to the nudist beach, man. Get down there, take it all off, let it shrivel up in the sea. Come on, man, let's do it.
Go hide in the bush.
I mean, we have a clip of Ben Baker saying that now.
Yeah, you're encouraging old nude beaches. Maybe you should write a song about that.
I tell you what, you get that clip, and you clip it down to that. I promise. Because we use backing tracks on stage for like some of the like sort of the, how do we say it, like sort of atmospheric sounds. I promise I will put that at either the front or the end of one of the songs at one of the next gigs. Whether people notice it or not, that doesn't matter. But I will do that for you guys, and I will make sure someone films it and then puts it on the show for you guys.
I mean, we could definitely send you the audio from the episode as well.
Yeah.
I think.
I would love that. I will listen to the ramblings every night before I go to sleep, knowing in my heart who looks like a frog and who looks like a rat.
Yeah, and, you know, if you go to the Sahara concert at the nude beach, you can get your rat out.
You could.
Or even your frog, yeah.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
I'm liking these new...
the sound effects.
Yeah, where'd you get them from?
Yeah, I discovered the soundboard not that long ago.
Why are you gay?
And it's got some good stuff on it. I just scroll through every now and then just to see what is on here.
I'm
and
surprised that Call of Duty's on there.
Bean chilling.
What was that?
Bean chilling.
Bean chewing. Bean chilling.
Bing chilling.
Bean chill. Oh, bean chilling.
Let's
Ah.
do this.
So, going back to Tyes for a second.
Yeah, the Thai people are great.
Yeah, Thai people are great, and I've been talking to my tailor recently about making an exclusive mead and cheese tie, and I'm thinking like a nice royal red with a yellow sort of some honey sort of symbol, and then M and C. Not just for the prestige of having a mead and cheese tie, but for the national tying competition, because you'll know more about this than me, Corey, but the RAG is coming up, and I think there's a competition now. What I'm gonna announce is whoever can tie the tie fastest will win.
What are these sound effects?
Throughout the whole society. So everyone in the society is going to try and tie a tie, including me and Corey, and whoever win will, I guess, win a free mead and cheese tie.
Ooh, you should do that. You should make it like an annual event
You know,
on the nudist beach.
You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to play a Nethercott song in the background. Just
Go on.
while we talk.
So,
So, a tying competition.
yeah, and I felt it could be done on a live stream, and we could get people like Ben to submit their own video.
I think what we do is we get all the members of Sahara
Yeah,
in a tying competition to see who is the ultimate tire
yeah.
in Sahara.
Who's the
There's no
ultimate
point
tie?
in that though, because I would win. I would definitely win. I 100% would win.
I think I want to see people struggle as well.
Yeah.
But
Maybe we tie them up and then they try and tie a tie. So it's a tying competition.
Yeah.
So who is the best tire when tied?
So
But what about if they also cook in Thai food?
So it's a
So what's that
tying competition
Yeah.
with Thai food.
Yeah, so
So
it's
the
a tie and tie.
tie.
It's a tied tie. It's a tie and tie competition.
yeah, sounds
right?
good.
Maybe someone is like trying to attack them while doing some Muay Thai as well. So it's a Muay Thai
Yeah.
tie competition.
And whoever
And-
wins a tie, it will be tied on them, and it'll be made in Thai
And then
land.
it's filled with Beanie Babies from the 90s, aka the Thai Beanie Babies. So,
And they're doing it in the cockpit of a TIE fighter.
oh
Yes.
So what would it be, Ben?
And
for
Tyson
everyone
Fury is
listening?
going to be the coach, the judge.
Yeah.
It is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first annual tying tie, sponsored by Tie in a tying competition. There you go. How does that sound, guys?
Something like that.
No, not something like that. It was that.
So I want to make some pre-predictions.
Some predictions. Okay.
And I'm going to do 3 rounds so everyone can sort of pass this plate. So who in Sahara? Safari.
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 something
Safari.
that. Safari.
That's the one. Safari.
I think Safari's
yeah.
better.
So who in Savannah? Yeah.
Yeah, Safari. So who in Apple Safari is going to be the best at tying a tie, do you think? I know Ben
Right.
sort of said he's going to be better. Who do you think?
So other than Ben,
yeah.
who do we think it'd be?
So it's out of me, Anton, Harvey, and Harry. And may I add, this may have nothing to do with ties, but Harvey has dreadlocks, and I don't know if you need to tie them up. I don't know how dreadlocks work. I don't know if you like sort of tie them or if they sort of naturally go like that. But I thought I should just mention that in case it's sort of like relevant. I don't know much about dreadlocks if I'm honest, but who do you think?
I think, just looking at it, I think Harvey. Because Harvey looks like a very sophisticated man. What do you think, Tom?
Come on, Tom.
Who's the guy in the maroon?
Who's the guy in the maroon?
Are you looking at the picture of me in the purple coat and we're all sitting on a sort of hill with like twigs at the background.
Yeah.
You're all sat on a beach, I think.
It is a beach. It is a beach near us called Haylen Island that we're sat on. But I'm gonna have a look.
There's no
because I can't
beaches
really
in
remember it off
Leicester.
by heart.
If that is you, Ben, I think you're going to win the tie-tying competition.
I'm the one in the gorgeous purple coat, my honey.
Yes.
So the one in the blue at the back, that's Anton.
Okay.
The one in the brown coat, that's Harry.
That's
and the
Harry.
one front and centre, looking directly at the camera, like a dog who's confused, that's me. And of course, Harvey's the one with the dreads. So, out of us four misfits, who do you think it'll be?
I think you, Ben.
Me?
I
Well,
think
I mean, that goes without saying. But yeah.
I think tying dreadlocks, you know, that's a skill, isn't it? As you say, you've
Yeah, but
got to do some crazy stuff with your hair to get it like
But he
that.
wouldn't have done it himself, would he?
Maybe, I don't know.
Does he
I don't know his hair care routine.
Because if he has tied his own dreadlocks, then 100% I'm going with him. I agree with your premise, but I think hairdressers do it, don't they?
I mean, I think so. My mum's a hairdresser, but she's never done them before, I don't think.
Who do we think would be the best baker, other than the guy with baker in his name?
The guy in the... Probably the guy in the brown coat.
Guy in the brown coat. Harry, he makes some banging roast potatoes.
He looks like a
we
guy
had
who
a, we
makes
had
potatoes.
the end of 2021. We had a Christmas party, and he brought over some smashing, absolutely beautiful roast potatoes, and he's never made them again. And I said to him like a couple of days afterwards, like, you should make them again. He's like, yeah, I should, and then he never did.
I feel like he would make a really good jacket potato because he'd put the right amount of chili and cheese in it. And the right amount of cheese is way too much cheese.
But then, that's not way too much cheese.
No,
because
there's no
that
such thing as too much cheese.
It's the right amount of cheese. There's something wrong with too little cheese.
Oh, of
That,
course.
if you have like a little like shred of cheese over a baked potato, yeah, but not too much cheese.
You know what? I
Never-
reckon
never such thing as
Harry.
Not too much cheese.
I reckon Harry makes really good cheesy mashed potato.
You think?
I think so.
How good?
I mean, he looks like a guy who appreciates a good mashed potato. And a good mashed potato has some cheese in it.
I see where you're coming from with that, and it does. You do all right. But from my family, we only had cheesy mashed potato on Boxing Day as sort of like a Boxing Day treat.
And why is that?
But I don't know. It's like, you know what like traditions like.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes no sense. It just happens something happens every year, and then it just sticks there. It's basically peer pressure from dead people, but it just happens every year, and then it's just like it just goes on and on and on. So for some reason, for like the first like 15, 16 years of my life, I only ever had cheesy mashed potato on Boxing Day,
Yeah.
and I used to love it. I used to be like, oh, this is great, and then they would only come around on Boxing Day, and I'd be like, what's going on? Like, what is going on? Like, Mum, sort it out.
Well, not to be
Boxing Day.
rude, Mr. Baker, but as a grown man yourself, you could have cheesy mash whenever you like.
You know what? You're right.
Not to call
And
you
from
out.
this day forth, I will have my own cheesy mash, and I'll make it weekly. I'll make enough for everyone. I'll make sure that no one would have to go the pain that I had to go through. That would only be the cheesy mash once a year.
No, you won't.
I'm doing that. I'm not letting everyone else have that.
No, you won't. You can't break tradition.
Might I suggest Red Leicester?
You can't betray, as I say, dead people peer pressure.
I can.
If
I can.
Do you know I believe in you, Ben? You can do it.
they say that you die twice. You die when you actually die and you stop breathing, and then you die when someone stops eating cheesy mashed potato on Christmas and every day.
Hey, you got that wrong. You've got that wrong. I will still eat it for the honour of the fallen at Christmas. I will eat that cheesy mash, thinking for our brave-hearted men and women who are no longer with us. But I might have a cheeky one in the summer, you know, cheeky little cheesy mash.
Comes a cheeky one in the summer, then it becomes a cheeky one every single day.
It's like when you have
Exactly.
a cheeky listen of Wonderful Christmas Time in May.
I have sometimes listened to Christmas songs at the wrong time of year.
I mean, I listen to Christmas songs quite regularly because they're just good vibes, aren't they?
I suppose, yeah.
When's Sahara going to release a Christmas song? I recommend releasing it in June because no one would expect it.
The thing is, I read a thing that people actually genuinely write, like all of your favourite Christmas songs were written in January. Apparently it's a theory that goes around that people get like Christmas out the way, but like when they're like rich and famous, they just sort of like continue it till January. So they write them in January and they record them up and then they release them at Christmas. So do you know what? What date? Oh, it's March, isn't it? Oh, I've got to wait another 9 months. So basically, in 9 months, I will write a Christmas song that is so out of this world, it will make Christmas time, Don't Let the Bells End, look like nothing, mate. Slade, get out that door. Paul McCartney, see you later. Chris Rea, keep driving, mate. I am going to release that song, #1, and it's going to be Lad Baby, because not being funny, that's enough songs about sausage rolls, don't you think?
I mean, I do love a good sausage roll, but yeah, there's enough songs about them now. More songs about sundials would be nice.
It's a happy, very merry sundial for a while time.
There's a lot of Christmas songs. There's not a lot of Easter songs. Maybe we try and capitalise on that.
I swear down, I was thinking this the other day, right? What would an Easter song sound like? Because of Christmas, you've got the jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells. What would like an Easter song
Easter's
sound like?
about Jesus Christ resurrecting, isn't it?
It's about your mum.
Yeah, so you could talk about Jesus, I suppose, if that's your vibe.
Oh, no, it's about Joe. It's about Joe.
Who's Joe?
Joe Mama! Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Someone understands the premise of this show.
I think I've had a bit too much blackcurrant and water, so I'm being a little bit.
So what brand... Actually, no, me and Corey are going to play a game. We're going to play a game.
Okay.
And Ben, you are the judge of this game.
Right, okay.
Me and Corey are going to try and guess the brand of your blackcurrant. And we're going to take it in turns.
Robinsons.
We're going to spin the wheel to see who goes first. But
Before you do that, I have to say, I'm going to change that a little bit. You got to say what shop it's from. Okay?
Shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
shop.
brand.
So the brands, I'll give it a clue. It's slightly own brand, but I'm not going to say any more. It's from a shop, obviously, but you got to name the shop. And who's going to go first?
Right, well, I got a wheel. It says Mead or cheese. So if you want to do the drum roll, Ben. It's going to be cheese going
I
first.
guess that's you, Corey.
Your cheese.
Tesco's.
Incorrect.
Alright, I'm going to go Sainsbury's.
Incorrect.
I'm going to go the Cooperative.
Incorrect.
I'm going to go Londis.
Londis? There's like one Londis in the whole of England.
There's loads of
No,
them.
it wasn't
There's
Londis.
loads of Londises, mate. What are you on about?
No, actually,
Someone's
it's pronounced Londi.
Someone's never travelled further north than Southampton.
To be fair, Winchester's north for me, so no, not Londis.
Sorry, what is it? Cambridge you're from?
Cambridge?
I don't know.
Cambridge?
I've never heard where you're from, so I just decided maybe
It's
Cambridge.
from Gibraltar, mate. It's as south as you get.
Spain.
I am from. Is it Antarctica? Is that the southern one, or is it up? Right, no. Hang on. Let's get back to the game. Come on. Where's the blackcurrant from? No procrastin.
Who was next? Should we spin the wheel again?
I think I'm next.
All
You
right.
can spin the wheel again if you want to reset.
All right, yeah, sure.
I know you like spinning the wheel.
Ben, you want to do the It's me.
Hey!
I'm gonna go Asda.
Incorrect.
I'm going to go Marks and Spencer's.
I'm not made of money, eh? Incorrect.
So it's not Waitrose then.
Oh, God. Nah, that's all right. I couldn't afford a mortgage, mate.
I'm gonna go One Stop.
Incorrect.
Oof, okay, I'm running out of shops. Nista Local.
Mr. Local.
Nista Local.
Nista. I thought it was just a guy called Mr. Local.
No.
You alright, Mr. Local? Yeah, not bad, Mr. Baker. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess, and this is a bit of a wild one, Greg's.
No. There is one shop that you have not mentioned that is up there.
Alright, Tom, you're next.
Audi.
Yeah!
I wasn't expecting Audi.
I was gonna say Morrison's next.
And we didn't say Lidl either. That was another one we didn't go to.
Oh, well, incorrect, because it was, in fact, Audi, ladies and gentlemen. It was Audi, ladies and gentlemen.
I like Aldi.
I like Audi. Audi's a good value shop. I think. What do you prefer though, Lidl or Audi?
Audi.
Asda.
Asda. I like Asda, but it's slightly more expensive.
It is just a couple of pennies
I
up.
don't know. It depends what you get. That whole yellow range they got out now is really good.
I suppose I haven't been there for a few years. Well, I have been there last year, but as I say, we like exclusively shop at our local Aldi now because it was cheaper. But the thing is, with Aldi and Lidl, I feel like you don't quite get the full. Like, I feel like Asda, you got everything you want there. Aldi and Lidl, you have like 80% of what you need. There's always something you can't get.
That is like the unspoken rule, because I think everyone says that, but then no one makes a thing about it. It's like one of them things that could end up as like a Twitter post.
Yeah.
And it'll go viral, because that's true. You can only get like 80% of everything you need at Aldi.
Yeah.
It's great, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely banging. Great prices, not sponsored, but...
Yes, he is sponsored.
Doesn't have. I am sponsored by Audi. I'm going to make up their phrase now. It's Audi, live a little, spend a little.
Aldi, listen to the new Sahara EP, Carousel.
Sponsored by blackcurrant. Yeah, like I like Lidl's bakery. I think Lidl's got a very good bakery.
Oh, Lidl's bakery. God descended from the heavens and came down
and
brought down
spat on
those
people.
cheese twists.
I mean, I think a descending from the heavens moment will be the Sahara Nude Beach concert.
Well, you two have exclusive access. Of course, you're closed down, but you two are both invited to our nude gig.
I think you need spotlights.
It's now. We'll use spotlights, but it might get a bit too hot and sweaty. So
I'm gonna bring a laser gun.
Turn them off halfway through.
I'm gonna bring a laser gun and just point at people's crotches.
I'll be like, you do like a round where it's like, let's sing, and then you're like, Ben, sing about this. Point. Sing about the guy's genitals.
One of you guys have got to bring a Nerf gun as well.
Yeah,
that'd be
A
amazing.
Nerf gun.
Can you just imagine getting someone right in the crack?
Nerf to the nads. You can write a song about that.
Yeah,
Nerf to the.
I feel like we've given you like a year's worth of songs.
Mate, you've given me about 3 albums. You've given me a record contract worth of songs, mate. I'm going to go over to Universal. Going to go over to Warner. I'm going to go over to EMI and say, like, guys, Coldplay last year. Nerf to the Nads. Going to be number one.
I mean, I'm sure the Nithercots would be happy to collab on that as well.
Yeah, the Nithercots are always happy.
What did we come up with the name? Saharinicots?
Nivahara.
I mean,
Nivahara.
we're very close to being a slur there.
Yeah, I don't like that actually.
I think
It does sound very offensive. Like, even if it's not even related to offensive word, it just sounds like something that you would say to upset someone. So maybe we could just be
Are you sure about
Sahara and the Nithercots, or.
Well, I reckon what we
No,
do,
I'm
what we
dry.
do is we do on one of your upcoming albums, we do Sahara featuring the Nethercots. And on one of our upcoming albums, we do the Nethercots featuring Sahara.
But they're both the same song, right? They're both the same song. But the one on your album is about 80% in your style. However, there's about 16 bars where we just go and then back to yours. And then ours is all like 80%.
Mate, we ain't got a style, we just make it up on the spot.
Yeah, luckily we're recording this, so we're going to use that little example you did, because I don't see why we would want to re-record that.
Do you want to just give us one more?
Just give us one more.
What, another sound?
Yeah.
Yeah! There you go, it's a couple more.
Thank you, I'm going to use that as the start of a song.
Yep, same.
But you got to feature me in it. You got to genuinely feature Ben Baker from Sahara in that.
You know, don't be surprised if you see the Nethercots featuring Sahara go up on Spotify anytime soon.
Genuinely, do that, and I will repost it everywhere. Because if you use that as like a little sample, I will share that everywhere, like genuinely everywhere. And I'll be like, I'm featuring on this song. They'll be like, oh, that's great. And then it's just, here we go.
Nice.
Oh, genuine.
We have 6 minutes left of this show.
We do only have 6 minutes left.
No.
You know, we've spoken about the Nethercots and Sahara collaborating on some upcoming music projects, which I think is very exciting. I would also like to talk about music videos. Myself and Tom, mainly you, Tom, you're a very experienced filmmaker at this point.
Oh, thank you.
Our field is filmmaking. Have Sahara considered music videos as a big venture?
If you guys can take the train down here, or if we can get the train up there, I would love to film a music video with you guys. Because we've been looking to make music videos for basically all of the songs. I made a lyric video for New Person Every Day, and I literally just made it from my my Canon camera, my little deep, you know, the little cameras, and I literally got one of them lights that changes colours, and then I just used my face as like a shadow, and it's a really odd sort of video actually, thinking about it. But guys, I want to make a music video with you guys. It's going to be Sahara, directed by Mead and Cheese, Mr. Mead and Mr. Cheese, Frog and Rat. It's going to be amazing.
I feel like...
Should we shoot it on Blackmagic Ursa Mini?
Ooh, that sounds intriguing. That sounds like something that doesn't actually sound legal.
Have you not seen the Blackmagic Ursa cameras? They're amazing.
They are very powerful cameras.
Let's have a look.
Just
I'm going to have a look.
Blackmagic Ursa Mini Pro. It's a
How do you
great
search
camera.
Ursa?
URSA.
URSA. Let's have a look.
Because we've got one, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got a few actually. We've got 2.
Ooh. No, I'm being genuine, guys. Come down to Portsmouth, or we'll come up to Thingy. We'll come up to Leicester, and we will shoot this music video because I will love this. And I've also got a really good idea for a music video. So offline, message me, slide in them DMs, and you watch the next viral thing. Mead and Cheese, Sahara, Nethercots. We are all gonna be rich and famous this time next year.
And if you are interested in the process of making a YouTube a music video, and if we do this, we will be posting all the behind the scenes on our Patreon.
Yeah, we do accept a fee.
Yeah, we do like people joining our Patreon.
We do like money on this show, yeah.
No, it's not about money. It's about joining an exclusive club with a paywall.
I think the best way to say it is, we've been talking about how much we've been shopping at Aldi. With your help, guys, these guys can start shopping at M&S.
I do. I love M&S as well.
I mean, yeah, in reality, I'm an Aldi man, but in my heart, I want to be at Waitrose.
You want to be at Waitrose. The thing about Waitrose is I've worked at John Lewis.
I feel like I should have been born a millionaire.
I feel like I should have been born in.
I think a lot of people should have thought that.
Yeah, I feel like I was born in the wrong sort of financial identity.
I identify as a millionaire.
Yeah.
I am a genuine millionaire. Inside.
Yeah. It's trans-economic, I think.
Definitely.
Go.
Yeah. So I think that's all we've got time for on this episode of Mead and Cheese, but thank you for coming on, Ben. It's been an amazing episode.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me. It's been
lovely
a pleasure.
meeting you.
Yeah, it's been lovely meeting Mr. Mead
Go listen
and Mr. Cheese.
Go listen to Carousel by Sahara. We're going to play another Sahara track right now, which is going to be If I Can't Have You, Then Nobody Can. Woo! And that has been Mead and Cheese. Thank you so much for listening.
Have a prime weekend.
Have a frog rat weekend. A nudist beach.